Welcome back, guys, to another LEGO Pro and Con review. This is going to be over the LEGO Star Wars 75337 ATTE Walker from summer 2022. Let's get into it, guys. So yes, guys, welcome back to another LEGO review on the channel. This is going to be my Pro and Con series I do over here. This is basically my review style. I will be going over every pro and con, in my opinion, in a short form video, and just kind of give you guys my overall thoughts and what you guys can expect when you guys purchase the set right here. So, of course, when this set was revealed a couple months ago, I was very excited about it. You know, it's a Clone Wars set. ATTE has clone troopers, especially Phase 2 Cody, and my initial review was, all right, this set should be pretty good. And now that I built it and have it in person, I've got quite a few pros, but there's also quite a few cons. Nothing too major, but let's get into it. Starting off, guys, with a couple of pros right here, the minifigure count. The minifigure count is very good for what we have in here. We have, 4 clones, and then Cody, and then also 3 droids and a spider droid. I gotta be honest, as I was building this, I only expected 2 212th and 2 battle droids. When I had the third of each of those, I was very excited, actually, and I'm like, all right, damn, there's actually quite a few minifigures for your value. Then, of course, up next, guys, Phase 2 Cody, of course, a huge highlight to the set. After 17 years, we finally have a version of him. Although I do gotta say, guys, a con is I wish there was a real backpack for him. The print on it works, but, I wish there was also a real mold back there they've done. Just to kind of give him a little bit more character and a little bit more depth, I feel. Again, it doesn't really stand out too much from a regular clone right now. The visor's pretty iconic, but you could also throw this visor on anybody. The backpack, at least, I feel, again, would give him a little bit more characteristics. And there is that. As we're on the topic of minifigs, one thing I do gotta say, guys, is the holes on the helmet of the clones are very kind of, an eyesore, I think. Of course, when you have the antennas in or the visors, that's one thing. They're covered up. But on a clone trooper where say you have nothing, from a front view, it looks fine, of course. But when you look on the side, I do gotta be honest, it almost kind of looks like an alien, with like 2 different ears. And definitely an eyesore when you look at it from the side. But I understand for what it's worth, there's not much they could have done. It works for like Cody's visor, but when you get into some of these other accessories, really does not. Then I gotta say, one con right here is having this guy in here. This guy's cool for what it's worth. It's a nice build, I'm not gonna lie. It's always nice to get a spider droid. We don't get them too often, but I think for what it's worth, a crab droid would have been a whole lot better in this set. Crab droid might have been an extra, maybe 15, 20 pieces to the piece count, in simple just reddish brown, and, would have made the set a lot better, I feel. Again, the box art is Utapau. It is episode 3 based at Phase 2 Cody. Crab droid over there again. Then you could recreate it even with the 212, trooper jumping up on the crab droid, making that iconic scene from the movie. So I definitely think they dropped the ball a little bit by including a spider droid instead of a crab droid. Then, guys, moving into a few things about the actual vehicles. I gotta be honest, this was a very nice build experience. If you guys checked out my live stream, it took me about 5.5 hours to build it. Of course, I'm a slow builder on live stream, so even then, it was a very enjoyable build. I really did not find myself too often, kind of just hating the build process. There was a couple times at the very start, a little bit of Technic up there, where I'm like, all right, how much Technic is this set really gonna be? Of course, everyone is subjective on whether or not they like doing Technic or not. I would much rather not do Technic. It's not that I can't do it or, that it's difficult for me. But, when it comes down to Lego building, Technic is definitely not my ideal build technique. So, overall, guys, the build experience was very, very good. It's a solid build as well. Paneled really nice. Everything fits in together real nice. Barely any gaps. Everything's clipped into each other, even to these, top panels here. You can't remove them. One thing I do got to say, though, is unless I'm just doing something wrong, is there's no way to, I guess, unless you put this guy up, but actually, no, you can't even get the little thing out of here. I wish this opened up more, since actually for what it's worth, I guess you could. Yeah, I mean, you could get that out of there, but, it is kind of difficult, I feel. I just now realized that. So overall, guys, there's only one thing I got to say about the build right here, and it could just be me. I might have done something wrong, is I got to be honest, and I noticed this as I was building it too. There's a gap right here, which the more I look at it, it's not really bothering me too much, but as you guys can tell, it's there on the box art too, that little gap in between the cockpit. I don't know, for some reason that's just a big eyesore to me, and ever since I noticed that, I really can't unsee it now. So it might just be something with my pieces. Maybe I just didn't build it right. Let me know down below if you guys have that little gap as well. Then guys, moving on to my last two quick pros, is I genuinely think $140 is a fair price for the set as is. Of course, the biggest thing here, especially if you're in the United States, would be when this set does come down to the, a 20% off discount, which, most store, Walmart will have it eventually for 20% off at some point. Might not be all the time, but between Amazon and Walmart, when you can find this for 20% off, do your math really quick, that's $112 right there for an ATT, which is phenomenal at that point. You're getting a lot of value for that price. So when it does drop down to 112, it will be fantastic. And then again, like my recommendation, say at 112, you take your Cody. I feel like Cody's going to settle at about maybe a $30 to $40 figure. You take your Cody, sell it for say $30, bring your price down to $80. You have an entire ATT and, 6 other minifigures, actually 7 other minifigures on top of that, and a spider droid. So, for $80, which is just unbeatable, for that value. Then, of course, guys, one last quick pro. It is a Clone Wars set. Let's move on to the last cons, guys. The instruction manual, I can't really fault it just for the set itself. All these new instructions just suck. The actual build experience is fine, like I said, but, just the overall, the front of the instructions, why don't they just put the box art on there anymore? Again, that just looks fake. It just doesn't look good. Almost looks like a knockoff instruction, if I'm being honest. It looks like, I took, my printer paper out, slapped a couple Photoshop things on there and printed out my own cover for the instructions. So for what it's worth, for kind of the premium aspect of it, I gotta say these instructions aren't helping it. Then guys, to finish it up, I really think this set could have done with, if they did a crab droid, perfect. But even bare minimum, they should have maybe replaced one of these regular B1 battle droids with the super battle droid. It's been since 2015 since we had a super battle droid, 7 years, and that's pretty ridiculous in my opinion. Not having a super battle droid, which it's nothing crazy. Again, like they used to put super battle droids in a lot of stuff. Like, super battle droids are in like 10 sets. And I think this right here, for what it's worth, even if they don't want to, have too many supers out there, keep it kind of a premium droid, not have it in the fighter tank, not have it in a $30 battle pack, for $140 here, I really feel like, again, they could have given us one super battle droid. For them, I doubt it costs too much more money to make. The color, it's pearl dark gray. Could be a little bit more expensive than tan, again, since it's kind of got that pearl in there, a little bit more premium of a color, but bare minimum, really, how much more does it cost? And when you're paying $140, of course, they've got enough profit in there, I'd assume, to eat up, another 30 cents to make a droid, if that. It could be another 2 cents. But yeah, there's all the pros and cons, guys. Let's close out the video. So yes, guys, thank you all so much for watching this pro and con video. And my final thoughts is I give this a solid 9.1 out of 10. A few of those cons, like I said, I think grand scheme of things, what could have brought up to a 10 status for me. I guess no set could ever be a perfect 10, but even like say 9.9 is, I think, a crab droid and a super battle droid and then a Cody backpack. I think those 3 things right there would have just, exceeded the value of what you're paying, and just overall just made the set basically as perfect as you can make it. For the scene it is based off of, for being episode 3, for being a Clone Wars set, and for what they are trying to include in here, I think those 3 additions would have made this like a 9.9 set, and really at that point, nothing much more you could ask for. So overall, guys, go pick this up for 140 even. If not, wait a little bit, 112, hell of a deal. This thing will be kind of hard to get, I'm not gonna lie, I don't doubt it. But check your targets, check Amazon.com, they are kind of restocking here and there. Lego.com, I guess, is back ordered for like 60 days, but who really knows with that, just do your email notification. So thank you guys all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your thoughts on this set down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys, and stay safe.